Hello and welcome to the News Cache, your daily roundup of gaming news. Myself and Marta. Today is the 28th of October and I have some news for you, this time regarding Valkyria Chronicles, Bloodborne and the Suspend Resume feature for the PS4. Now I will start off with the nicest piece of news, which is regarding Valkyria Chronicles, as the rather underappreciated strategy classic is actually making the jump to the PC. Now, it wasn't a huge seller when it released back on the PS3 in 2008, but it did have two sequels, both of which on the PSP, and the third unfortunately never made it to the West. However, it is something of a cult favourite, but it seems like you will be able to catch up on everything you missed. Sega did confirm a PC port today with a promise of more information soon. And they said via Twitter, quote, "Gallia, to arms, return to the original battle on PC, more info coming soon." Unfortunately, there's no other information at this time, but of course as soon as there is some significant information I will return to this topic and give you the full lowdown, but for the moment I just thought you'd like to know that it will be coming to the PC. Next up is Bloodborne, as Masaki Yamagawa from Software has said when speaking to PlayStation Lifestyle that they will be targeting 30 FPS for the Bloodborne RPG, and he did say, quote, "They haven't made an official announcement yet, but they'll probably go for 30 FPS since that's what they found to be best FPS frames per second to play action games." And he added, "From the beginning, they weren't targeting 60 FPS because it's not a first-person shooter, it's an action game." Now, while this might be disappointing to a few of you, it's not exactly surprising. A lot of the next-gen games have been aiming for 1080p/900p or whatever, depending on the title, and then, of course, running at 30 FPS. Unfortunately, it just seems like 60 is something that's not really going to happen with most of the big-budget AAA games, and, well, you can kind of see why, even if I disagree that 30 FPS is what you want for an action game. More frame rate equals better, to be honest. 60 FPS makes it feel smoother, so it reduces input lag and all that, so a bit of a shame, but not a huge deal. I'll still be playing Bloodborne regardless because it looks absolutely amazing. Now, next up, a little smidgen of information regarding Suspend Resume, as Sony were actually asked if they were still even working on the feature, as well. Sony have been touting the Suspend Resume feature among the PS4's advantages since it pretty much was announced, but we've yet to see hide nor hair of it. However, Video Gamer spoke to the SCEE's VP of Product Planning, who goes by the name of Murray Hume, last week, and he did confirm that the feature is still in development, but unfortunately did not offer a release date. He said, quote, "There's nothing to announce today, but we haven't stopped working on it." So unfortunately, no ETA on when we're going to be seeing Suspend Resume. I do wish he'd said, oh yeah, it's going to be out in a couple of months or whatever, but they are still working on it. They haven't forgotten about it and they haven't abandoned it. Lord knows what's taking them so long, as the PS4 is heading towards, you know, sort of halfway point after its launch, but of course they have other things to worry about as well, like releasing their huge patches, keeping the console working, dealing with any bug fixes and things like that. So they do have their hands full, but it would be nice to at least have a rough idea of when we're going to be seeing it. But I guess for now we'll just have to hope that it'll be out soon and console ourselves knowing that they are still working on it. Anyway, that is me done for this video, and I'll see you next time.